Our guest today is Dan Parker, the Executive Director for the Clarion Free Library.
Good morning, Ron. It's nice to be here with you today, and I'm always happy to talk about the library and all of our offerings for the people of Clarion and Clarion County.
Great. Now, I know that we'll get to the adults later, but I know the children's library in the basement of the facility is always pretty popular and many activities there.
Yeah, it is. Particularly during the summertime, the library is a participant in the Collaborative Summer Reading Project, which is a project where libraries in Pennsylvania get together to provide summer reading activities for children across the Commonwealth. And I just want to talk a little bit about why we do that. There's a thing called the Summer Slide, Ron, and this is when children leave school, they're reading at a third grade level or fourth grade level or fifth grade level. Their teachers work really hard to get them up to that level. But if they don't maintain those reading skills through the summer, they will actually regress at least a half a grade level by the time they go back to school in the fall. And so libraries have developed this program of summer reading to help students maintain their reading skills throughout the summer. And so the library offers this. Every Tuesday in the summer from 10 a.m. on, we have Read to Me, which is a program for ages 2 through 7. At 1:30 on Tuesdays is the Summer Reading Club, and this is for children ages 8 to 12. And then for the teenagers in Clarion and surrounding areas, we provide a nice summer reading club and activities, and those are every Tuesday and Wednesday evenings at 5 p.m. And those are ages 12 to 18, but we can be a little negotiable on the age level there. We just want to get kids into the library and reading so that they can keep their skills up and they have a constructive activity throughout the summer.
And since this is the Clarion Free Library, the charge on these programs?
The charge on these programs is free. We get a lot of support from local businesses, and of course we get some support from the state, not quite as much as we would like. The Borough of Clarion provides great support, so it is free to all of our residents. I will point out that since we are basically providing a service to the local school districts, you would expect that the school districts would provide some funding for the library, but they do not. So any of you parents out there, you might want to inquire of your local school directors why they don't do that. So,
okay, and as well as the surrounding municipalities, larger amounts.
Yeah, we get great support from Clarion Borough. We also get support from the outlying townships and boroughs. So,
How difficult is it to get a library card if you haven't had one for years, or if you just want one to start?
The easiest thing is to just walk in the front door of the library and say, I want a library card. There's a short application that you have to fill out. Basically, we just get your contact information so we can get a hold of you if we need to, and it takes less than 5 minutes to make up a card. Parents need to come in and sign for their children under the age of 16, and we also ask that parents have some form of ID to prove their residency. We want to make sure that you are a Clarion County resident, and after that, it's very simple. You walk out with a card.
Great. Good deal. Now, on the children's library, some of those programs for the younger kids even have puppets and all kinds of different activities along with the reading.
Oh, yes. Gene Smith, our longtime children's librarian, plans a whole series of projects for the summer reading program. We have, like you said, there are puppet shows. She hires or brings in a good number of speakers. This year, the theme is dreams and nighttime, and she's working with the Clarion University to get a special tour of the planetarium for the kids this summer. So that'll be a nice little event for them.
And how long are those programs usually?
The program usually lasts about an hour, and then the kids are encouraged to stay in the children's library and play and read books, read to their parents. We have a lot of play activities, learning through play is what I should say. And we try to really encourage children to do that. We want them to feel that the library is a place where they can come and hang out and be a kid. libraries, for better or for worse, are not the quiet places that you and I remember. They are community places, and we want to encourage the community to use them as such. So,
and that's been pretty successful. Now, moving upstairs, the children's library is on the bottom floor, and moving upstairs is the main facility of the library.
Yeah, actually, it's quite an impressive amount of space that we devote to adult programming. And for the summer, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of summer programming per se for adults, but we do have a good number of resources that adults would like to use during the summer.
Now, you have books, but you have a lot of other stuff I've noticed in the library.
Yeah, libraries just aren't books anymore. One of the things that I'm highlighting this summer is a new database that we purchased called A to Z World Travel, and it's available on the library's website, www.clarionfreelibrary.org, and it's basically digital travel guides. So if you're planning a trip this summer, and you want to know about the city that you're visiting or the region you're visiting, there are travel guides available on there. All you need to do is log in using the barcode number on your library card, and you'll have access to those resources. We decided we were spending a lot of money on travel guides every year. People love these. They're very popular, but they're also very expensive, and they're out of date after a year. So we got the digital version, which is continuously updated, and when you're out and about in these various cities, you can still log in remotely. Just get on your hotel's Wi-Fi and log into the website, and you will find the information that you need.
Now, another popular area of the library is we all assume everyone has internet connection at home, but I don't know whether that's necessarily true. So I see a lot of people using your computers in there for internet connections.
Yes, libraries across the nation, and particularly in Pennsylvania, which has a large rural population, libraries are the provider for the internet and computer connections. Try and think of an activity that you do in your life that doesn't require you to have a computer these days. You need to have a computer to interact with your government. You need to have a computer to apply for a job. And you need a computer for learning. And so the library is the place that provides that. Last year we had over 9,000 people use the computers in Clarion Free Library simply because they had no other access to free, reliable internet service. And that's one of the big drivers of library service these days.
And you have fast connections there too.
Yeah, it's a pretty zippy connection, I have to say. It goes along rather smoothly and quickly. We also have Wi-Fi that's available inside and outside of the building. I was here for Maya Angelou when she was at Clarion University, and I parked at the library and I walked to the university, and on the way back, on the patio out back is a picnic table, and there were families sitting on the patio out there using the Wi-Fi because they didn't have wireless at home, and they couldn't afford that monthly bill for the wireless, but they were able to use ours for free. They brought their kids there so they could use the Wi-Fi for their homework, basically.
Great. So you can also bring any kind of internet-ready device into the library, too, like if you want to bring an iPad or a smartphone.
Sure, iPad, smartphone. Kindles are becoming quite popular. We also loan Kindles at the library. If you want to find out what a Kindle is all about and you don't want to just go and purchase one, save yourself the $100, come to the library and borrow one, and we'll load it up with a few books and you can take it with you. And that is also accessible through our wireless connection. The Kindles have proved so popular because people going on trips and going on vacation or travel for business or whatever, they like to take books with them, but who wants to carry 3 or 4 books with you and try to get them through airport security and all of this when you have luggage restrictions, when you can just pack a Kindle and a Kindle can hold 100 books or more. So we're really excited about that program.
I know some larger libraries actually loan books out for the Kindle or the devices like that.
Here at Clarion, we do not do that yet, but this will be a scoop for you, Ron. This is not...
Wait. Let's get Frank Stacy in here. No, we'll tell him about it.
This is news that we have not made available anywhere else. We are purchasing through the Oil Creek Library District, which the Clarion Free Library is a member. We are purchasing Overdrive, which is a downloadable ebook and audiobook service. So you'll be able to, we believe, this fall, starting probably when school starts up again, come into the library, bring your Kindle or do it from home and download from the library's collection of ebooks. So it's really library services entering a new and exciting age here.
It does sound exciting. Will that only be available in the Kindle format or the other formats too?
No, Overdrive is the world leader in audio and ebooks, and they service both the Kindle, the Nook, and Apple iPad devices. So.
Great. So you say you can get the audiobooks through that too?
Yes, audiobooks are really quite popular. Being a member of the Clarion County Library System, the county provides a certain amount of funding to the libraries that we use to purchase books on CDs. And those books on CDs circulate throughout the county, and it's a really impressive collection. But people more and more want to be able to download it onto their iPad or iPod, yes, and be able to take it with them wherever they go and not necessarily be trapped in their car trying to listen to a book on CD. So when we get Overdrive up and running, there will be that capability of downloading audiobooks.
I know when I go out to the Y and on the elliptical for a long time, I just listen to books on that I download on my iPod through audible.com, which was kind of one of the first to offer that. But you have to pay for that. But it really does help pass the time, especially if you're doing something kind of monotonous.
Sure. I myself cannot imagine being on an elliptical machine, but I'm glad that other people are doing that and supporting the Y. And we would actually probably work with the Y to advertise our ebooks and our audio books down there. So
only
that
if you agree to be on the elliptical.
I don't know how long I could be on there, but I would give it a shot if it would get people listening to audiobooks.
Well, I think that's the whole thing. You give different things a shot, and you can grow to love them or at least like them from there. Why don't we take a commercial break right now, and we'll be back to talk more about the Clarion Free Library.
Do you know an elderly person or the family of a member of the armed forces that could benefit from a whole house air conditioning system this summer? Ted Whitney Heating and Air Conditioning is giving away 2 refurbished systems completely installed on a forced air furnace. Send a story to clarionradio@comcast.net or drop it off at the station by June 15th. The offer is free and installation will not cost anything. Call 226-4500 for more information. The recipients will be chosen on July 4th. Ted Whitney Heating and Air Conditioning and C93, helping neighbors stay cool.
Contractor number PA 19124.
Have you noticed all the insurance company advertising out there lately? They spend millions of dollars trying to get your business. Ever wonder how they can afford to do that? At Hunter Insurance, we believe it's more important to offer excellent products at a great value than spend millions on clever ad campaigns. Hunter's Farm and Agricultural Insurance is no exception. We've been providing this important coverage for more than 60 years, so we know our stuff when it comes to custom farming, crop revenue coverage, pasture, farm umbrella, and many other areas. Our knowledgeable independent agents treat you like family and work with you to provide a complete on-the-farm review to identify coverage gaps. Plus, we'll also give you recommendations on how to get the most value for your dollar. And should you be interested in more than just farm insurance, every one of our products, from home and auto to life and health, offer reliable, affordable coverage you can count on from local agents. At Hunter Insurance, we've been providing protection and peace of mind since 1889. Call 1-800-424-0625 or learn more at hunterinsuranceassociates.com.
1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused before age 18. It's done in secret, but the beginning stages of sexual abuse often happen in public. It's called grooming, how offenders gain trust of kids and the adults around them and create opportunities to abuse. You can learn to recognize these moments in the early stages of child sexual abuse and intervene. PCAR, the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape, has the facts on how to stop sexual abuse before it happens. Visit heroproject.org to learn how you can protect a child.
My name is Sue Smith. I'm 38 and I work at a graphic design company. And the teenage me would tell you,
I wouldn't be into drawing and art if it wasn't for Big Brothers Big Sisters. My big sister showed me early on that I could do anything. And to the young me,
that meant a lot. My big sister's name is Sheila, and Sheila is the reason that this 8-year-old grows up to have an amazing job as a graphic designer.
Whether you donate money or time, you're helping Big Brothers Big Sisters help a child. Start something today at bigbrothersbigsisters.org. Brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Ad Council.
Every morning to prove how smart he is, Dan does the crossword puzzle.
13-letter word for 500th anniversary. Quincentenary. Nailed it.
This morning, however, his wife Katie tops him. She brings an awesome meal she got off McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. A sausage burrito made with savory sausage, melted cheese, and fluffy eggs, premium roast coffee, and more. Everything's so good and just $1 each. Who's smart now?
4-letter word for genius.
Wife. Nailed it.
McDonald's dollar menu at breakfast. The simple joy of being smart. Price and participation may vary.
With age comes wisdom. You can also get a white belt if you'd like. I passed on the belt, but not the wisdom. So when I say try McDonald's 20-piece chicken McNuggets for just $4.99 on the extra value menu, you should listen. They're delicious. Plus, there's 20 of them. Probably should take advantage of that. But what do I know? Well, not to wear a white belt. 20-piece chicken McNuggets. The simple joy of being extra smart. Price and participation may vary.
The 7th Annual Daniel E. Stitt IV Memorial Scholarship Motorcycle Ride and Poker Runs coming up Saturday, June 23rd at the Antler Club in Lucinda. The ride starts at noon, rain or shine, with registration at 9:30, dinner at 5. For more information, visit dannysgifts.org or call 744-5434. A big thanks going out to Fred L. Burns, Cribble Companies, Kale's Kitchens, Mark's Auto Repair, the Triple R Roadhouse, and DMS Printing and Mailing. Saturday, June 23rd at the Antler Club in Lucinda. Watch for signs and balloons.
Welcome back to Clarion Connection. I'm Ron Wilshire with my guest today, Dan Parker, the Executive Director of the Clarion Free Library. Before the break, we were talking about new services that are available at the library, including a service where you can download audio and digital books to your own players. Dan, over the years, it's probably been a chore to keep up with the different formats, first records and then 8 tracks and cassette tapes, reel-to-reel, DVDs, whatnot. So that's been an interesting challenge.
Yeah, it has. Not only for Clarion Free Library, but for libraries across Clarion County. We have made an effort to be on sort of the cutting edge of technology and the delivery of information and entertainment products for people. And like you gave us a short history of formats, the digital revolution is really making an impact on publishing. And I think that there will always be libraries and there will always be this connection with libraries and information. It's just how we present it to the public is what changes. And, in a few years we may well loan more ebooks than we do paper books. Amazon certainly sells 10 times as many ebooks as they do paper books. So we're ready to meet this change and continue to serve the community.
But in the end, the library serves its consumers, so it's a lot of times it's what the consumer wants.
Indeed, yeah. If you come in and there's something that you want, we're happy to get it for you, whether it's a book and we can borrow it from another library, or if it's a new technology that you think is really important and would be beneficial to you. It's certainly something that we would look at providing. I mean, when computers started out, Clarion Free Library had 2 internet computers, and the line to get to those stretched almost outside, and now we have 20 internet computers, and we're still, struggling to meet that demand of use. So.
What's the next phase? Direct injection, gel tabs, or?
I wish we could. I mean, wouldn't it make all of our lives so much easier just to prepackage some knowledge and send it out?
That would be great. In terms of other services offered by the library. I know you have quite a video collection up there, too.
We do. We are transitioning almost exclusively to DVDs, but it's extremely popular. The audio tapes and the videotapes will probably be gone by the end of the summer because we're just running out of space. We had a huge donation of DVDs that we're still working on processing through, so that'll add at least another 200 DVDs to our already huge collection. So if you are looking for a movie, come on to the library and we will definitely set you up. I'd like to chat for a minute about our movie night, actually. I forgot to mention it earlier. During the summertime, Thursday nights at 5:30, the library puts on a family movie night, and these are family-friendly movies for parents and children. And we require that the parents stay with their child throughout the movie. They're encouraged to bring a brown bag snack to just sit and enjoy the movie as a family and with the community. Because really, what we want, like I said before, is to be the community place where you can come and interact with the community.
Where do you show the movies?
We show them downstairs in the meeting room. We have a projection system, and we push all of the city council stuff out of the way and get the chairs out of there, and everybody just sort of flops down on the floor with pillows and beanbags and just watches the movie. And it's generally a well-attended event.
Okay, so they're projected from a DVD player or something like that?
Yeah, projected right onto the wall there, and it's a nice way to see a movie. It's sort of like going to the drive-in. It's sort of a sit-in drive-in.
Sit-in drive-in. Do you have a concession stand there?
No, but I'm thinking of buying a popcorn cart. I think that's our next big moneymaker. So.
Okay. Well, there's quite a bit of interest in the community, I think, regarding the old Garby Theater, which is located across the street from you, nearby the library. At one time, it showed movies, and they're looking at possibly purchasing it, restoring it, or making it available for smaller movies and some entertainment purposes. That might be a good relationship if it comes to be.
Yeah, I think that we're always looking for library partnerships with other places in the community. I have to tell you, a small-town movie theater is really a nice asset for any town because you do get that nice mix of maybe not popular titles in, and it gives people a place to go, a destination.
We were talking about how technology changes, and used to be there were a number of video rental stores in town, and I believe the only ones now are Machines, Redbox, and Blockbuster. So you're probably the only video store left in town, too.
We are the only video store left in town, and best of all, we are a free video store. And we do limit you to three movie checkouts per card. But, come in every day and get 3 movies, and I'm sure you will find some really quality entertainment there at a very, very affordable cost.
You had also mentioned that you're processing some gifts of DVDs, so you do accept contributions of DVDs?
Yes, and I wanted to talk to about that a little bit. We love getting in used books, used DVDs, anything that you feel is information worthy. We even take magazines, actually. Drop them off at the library, and what we can use, we will put into the library's collection, and what we cannot use, we will put into the library's book sale. I'm sure you're familiar with the downstairs of the library. We have an ongoing book sale in our used book room with really great, clean, gently used titles. $2 for a hardback, $1 for a paperback. You can't beat it with a stick.
Great. Is there anything else we can't beat with a stick? Any other scoops, since we had one major scoop?
Well, I had that major scoop about Overdrive coming to Clarion, but what I really think is interesting is the library is starting an endowment campaign. We're calling it the Giving Tree Endowment, and if any of you out there have been into the library, in the upstairs, you will see a beautiful hand-carved oak tree. It was carved by a master woodcarver named Dave Fair, and on that tree are handcrafted copper oak leaves, and they were done by a local artist over in Brookville, Bobby Minetti Schaefer, and she's a jewelry artist, actually, but she consented to make, at cost, both of these artists donated their time for free, the oak leaves that go on the tree, and we're selling those oak leaves for $500 a piece, and your name will go on there, and that money will go to sustain the library into the future. I mean, you and I, Ron, we grew up with libraries, and we always knew that they were a community asset, the living heart of the community, and we want to make sure that that is available for your kids, my kids, and our future grandkids. So that $500 investment buys you a leaf on the tree, but it also buys your children a library for the future. So that is a scoop. We have not announced that publicly yet. We're sort of in the quiet phase of that campaign, but I thought I'll leak it out here on the radio.
It might be a good tie-in with your Autumn Leaf fundraiser.
Yeah, I think it will be. And in fact, the entire theme of this was built around Clarion's Autumn Leaf Festival, because we're known as the Autumn Leaf capital of the world, and so we wanted to make sure that we had a program, a fundraising program that tied in with that.
Well, that's great. Any other future plans for the library that we might be interested in?
Well, we have a number of projects on our wish list that we want to get taken care of as funding becomes available. We want to replace the computer lab upstairs. Like I said, there's 20 computers in there now, but they're getting quite old and they need replaced. So as funding becomes available, we're going to switch those out. We also need to do some interior work on the library, just some painting, replacing of the carpeting, and also some of the electrical connections down in the children's room. So those are all on our wish list, and I'm sure one of these days we'll be able to make them happen.
In the past, the libraries offered literacy courses for people?
Well, the library doesn't do that. The Literacy Council of Clarion County, is located in the basement of the library, and they offer free tutoring to get your GED, to help you learn to become a better reader, and we are so happy to partner with them, Ron. They are doing God's work, I'm telling you, by teaching people to read, and so we're happy to have them in the library, and we're grateful for the work that they do. So
it's just one more service available at the library. I don't think people in the end really care where it comes from, but if they need that, that's very appreciated. And I suppose genealogy always is a lot of things available in the library.
Yeah, on my list here, I have the Daughters of the American Revolution. They do their research, their genealogy research at the library, and they make use of our microfilm and all of our genealogy resources. So if that's a hobby of yours, please come into the library and we can get you started and help you out along the way.
Okay, Clarion Free Library. What number should they call?
Well, you can call 226-7172, and there'll always be someone to answer the phone.
That's great, and there'll always be someone there, hopefully, to help you out, whatever your information needs are.
I certainly hope so, Ron.
Well, thanks for joining us on Clarion Connection. I'm Ron Wilshire. We'll see you next week.